Out, great ball player, played the game of baseball as sound as well, and he was like a manager's dream, right? Reliable, so he could do things like start at positions,
including in World Series play. Gary Sanchez pops it up, playable right side. Nico comes over, and Jake Bauers the batter. Good sharp breaking ball.
Yeah, just you're getting more downward tilt. I mean, you can see too then what happens is when you're looking a little higher than your eyes are normally at.
The 0-2 tried to get him to go in less time for the batter to make up his mind. Breaking ball freezes him. Buds for you.
Yeah, well, you better be ready if Wade Miley's on the mound. The crafty left. He's got 108 wins now, a second stint in Milwaukee. Obviously former Cub, so on your toes.
That's fair. Gloved by Dunn, and he makes the toss across on the left side. Ortiz and Bauers on the right. Haas catching.
Field obviously highly touted prospect for the Brewers. Their top prospect. Old, yeah.
Pop fly into shallow center, should be routine for Cody pops it up, and this is going to be a routine play for the right fielder Chourio. The Cubs,
yeah,
the lowest
Marcus Stroman, pitchers, guys who, you know, Chicago, but at the end of the day, it just also proves to me, Pat, you don't have to throw the hardest.
Brown, good fastball, just missed though. It's 2-2.
You know, you talk about Porter came up to Greg and he said 6-mile-an-hour split. Greg was 88 with a 78-mile-an-hour changeup.
Good fastball again.
Asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Good breaking ball, got him. New York. Drafted by the Phillies in 2017 to Philadelphia. Brown has set down the first 4 Brewers.
Out of high school, he grew into his body. You can see this velocity starts to tick.
The 3-1. Lifted to left, should be playable. And the left-handed left fielder.
The best pitchers in baseball. A guy like you find the right pitching mix, you find the right pitching coach. Be great either.
Joey Wiemer takes low and away. You mentioned pitching coaches. Did you have an alter
himself? Really helped me out in a lot of different ways, and I was lucky.
Now council say opening day is not in jeopardy, so the goal is really just to put this behind him so he can some game action tomorrow in the minor leagues, and as council described and wisdom, he will start the season on the IL.
To play on opening day.
Yeah, and you just want to be available for your and that's the job as the team, to make sure they take care of you, because sometimes as players.
That means you never allowed yourself to get out of shape. Here's a bouncer to short. Monasterio makes the play out
around Christmas, but the minute that October ended, especially if
Michael Busch, the batter, takes outside. Busch, former Dodger, loops one, shallow center. That's going to be a base hit. He'll take Yan Gomes. You see a lot of guys swinging at the first pitch against Miley because part of his plan is to get ahead and throw strikes.
Yeah, and he's, that's sometimes you see that even a guy like you mentioned, Kyle Hendricks before, when you're a strike thrower, teams will be very aggressive, and so then if they're swinging early on, then you can move the ball in off the plate like we've seen Wade done to a couple of these hitters. All right, you guys want to get in swing mode? I'm going to try and throw that cutter in on your hands.
Breaking ball gets him swinging. No score. We go to inning number
7th overall prospect per Baseball America. And Ben Brown, he'll be an interesting player to keep an eye on this season because he suffered an oblique
setback as Oliver Dunn bats and takes a strike. He looks confident today.
Yeah, I talked just saying, listen, this guy's had a really great spring. He's opened our eyes even wider than we had him for before. And he's going to start the year in the minor leagues, but he is going to pitch some big games for us, and he's going to be pitching in big situations and get some huge outs for us. So they really, really like what they're seeing out of Ben Brown.
80 degrees. Just under the knees.
Look at that.
right? Pulled foul. Player Garrett Cooper has made the team. Here's a swing and a foul off to the left and out of play. 2008. Craig Counsell playing for Milwaukee in a game at Wrigley. Tony Gwynn Jr. And that was the final, 4-3. Swanson will go to first, and he gets his man, and that
becoming more comfortable in the pace of play as it goes on.
Little cross up here.
But just back to Dansby Swanson, what I'm saying is baseball, how fast he has to get rid of it, and just always seems to be throwing the runner out by just the amount.
Motion jams his foot into the grass to stop the momentum. Let's see if he can make this play. Nope, nothing there. That's an infield. Ask you, what would that mean to know that you've got Gold Glovers both at short and second?
Oh, what a treat that is, Pat.
We'll expand on this when we come back. Sanchez flies to deep center.
What makes him so good is his ability just to attack the strike zone, and he's kind of relentless, you know, on the hitters when he's such an imposing strikes with that fastball and breaking ball, and keeps hitters guessing. You know, does a great job with it.
Tommy, talk about that a little bit, just development of his breaking ball and just, you know, the crispness to it, but the ability to go strike breaking ball and then strike the
through last year as we were trying to find a breaking ball that he could be consistent with, and we worked on the curveball, and part of that is to see what he's capable of doing and how he can throw them and execute them, and then really hone knows when and how to use it in the zone and out of the zone. I think that's that next level.
You know, we talk about fastball command. I saw some of the guys today a little bit earlier with some pretty good command.
Kind of a kiddie pool right now. You know, it was fun.
Thanks for sharing, Tommy.
This time is, yes, of course. This time of spring training, you know, with them just attacking me and trying to dunk me today, it was pretty fun.
Good form by you. Did you work?
I mean, they were pretty aggressive and they wanted to move pretty close to get me.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tommy. What kind of are the dog days of spring training is all you're looking forward to is opening day. So another
longer time to come. Toward the middle, off the glove of Ortiz.
Advantage of a mishap by the second baseman. You know, it's nice to see Nico square this ball up. Obviously, the way they shift guys now, that ground ball up the middle, it used to be a base hit, sometimes turns into.
Seiya Suzuki will take a strike slam yesterday over in Scottsdale.
Yeah, 9 runs off what I believe will be the Giants.
4 homers, 5 doubles. I don't know if a pitcher feels that same way. But here's a sharp ground ball off the glove of Monasterio. Horner always hustling. He'll speed to third. But he's a hustler. He never takes anything for granted. He's always. Joe Ross delivers and misses.
Around, balls in the eyes, you get, you know, goes by them. If you keep your pedal to the metal as a position player and you're out there running the bases, nothing but good things will happen.
Ortiz makes the play to get Bellinger. Cuts